Hey everybody, I'm standing up here in my very own personal investment property up here in Sherman, Texas. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a really nice area of Sherman, about a mile from the new high school. I bought this in July of 2020. It was my first ever investment property. Hopefully this year the second one's coming online. But when you buy an investment property, especially your first one, you're really cautious about who you rent it to. I was very fortunate. One of the first families that applied for it. Excellent credit scores, great income. I mean, no concerns. They have been the model tenants for over 2 years. They just moved out. They were building a home. It just got completed. They just moved in. They just got out here in the last 10 days. They cleaned it so well. I'm just amazed. I mean, I see this is probably the best cleaned up house I've ever seen that tenants left the home in that condition. I'm so grateful to those tenants. But now I'm starting the process of finding the next tenants. I've started advertising in a few places, and I've had 10 or 12 people inquire about it. But I have learned in 8 years in real estate and helping a lot of landlords find their tenants, helping investors buy a property, then find their tenants, that you need to set some minimum criteria for the tenants you will accept. I set some very basic criteria. Minimum 650 credit score. You must make at least 3 times the rent and monthly income. That no recent evictions or bankruptcies, or criminal history. I have a restriction of 1 pet, 1 dog, preferably. But, and I'm staying stringent on that. I've seen too many times in the past where a landlord says he's going to set this criteria, but then after 3 or 4 weeks of nobody applying that met that criteria, they take the next person that applies even though their credit scores may have been lower than they wanted, or maybe their income wasn't quite what they wanted. And not all the time, but many of the times that bites them in the butt. That they end up having problems before the end of the lease. Either payments aren't made on time, or they didn't take care of the property the way they thought they should. But I've set this criteria. I've talked to my wife about it, and I would rather go 2 months until I find the right tenants, and I have to make the payment for the next month or 2, which is painful. I mean, I really am hoping to have it rented out soon, but I will not rush. I will not rush and take somebody that does not meet the criteria, because I've observed what happens when landlords don't set a criteria or accept somebody that didn't meet their basic criteria. It usually turns out badly for them, or at least there's some pain involved. So as an investor, as a landlord, as a realtor, I've learned through other people's lessons. I've set a criteria. I feel comfortable with it. I feel comfortable that we will find somebody very soon. But if you're going to be a landlord, if you're going to be an investor and a landlord and have long-term rentals, have the patience. Have the patience to set your guidelines for what your ideal tenant is going to be, the minimum for your ideal tenants, and stick to it. It's a learning lesson I've seen learned many times. It's my advice to you. And, if you've got any questions, I'm in the northern Dallas area of investing or renting out your property, please give me a call. My contact information is in here, and I've had a lot of experience in this area. And, hopefully you'll learn from this video and from others' lessons. But you got any questions, give me a call, and I'll talk to you soon.